Hi everybody, welcome back to This is the Police. We are back. It is day 29, if you can believe that. We still have many more days to go. Apparently this game lasts 180 days, and we're only on day 29. So we're either going to get to 180 days, or we're going to die trying. Such is life, and such is being MLG at games. You know, you gotta be in it to win it, and I certainly intend on winning it, but at the same time, realistically, let's also accept the fact, not the fact Freeburg's #1 paper either, the actual fact that I will probably die at some point, but hopefully it'll be interesting and maybe funny as well. Anyway, the Freeburg Tribune reports that an accident at the reservoir has caused water to run out, and it will be completely out in 2 days. Great. I bet you everybody's loving that news. Also, the Golden Bird reports that a drunk student has fallen from the 5th floor window of, I guess, an apartment building and is injured, him or herself. That's crazy. And the fact, Freeburg's #1 paper is saying this fall, record rainfall in Freeburg, which, of course, totally contradicts the Freeburg Tribune. And you have to sort of wonder if maybe the fact Freeburg's #1 paper is not just like written in the mayor's office or something, because it seems a little fishy. But there you go. Anyway, Moser, my friend just crashed into someone's car at an intersection, and she's in a terrible panic. Can I go help her out? Yeah, Moser, but come in tomorrow, okay? Actually, no, Moser. We need you to solve that case, for Christ's sake. If you'd solved the case, I would have given you a day off, but now I'm mad, so you have to come in. Roth? Who the fuck is Roth? Oh yeah, he's the new guy. I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? No. Huang, the court is deciding the custody case of my children today. They're crying and afraid that they won't be allowed to live with me. I have to get to this hearing. Can you give me the day off? Sure, Huang. Why not? McCoy! Today they're offering free admittance to all museums in the city. I'm a big fan of art. Can I have the day off? No! Alright, we got some stripes to give out. Who is deserving of stripes on Shift A? Vandal already has a stripe. Robin's already got a stripe. McCoy stood to have a stripe, but McCoy made the fatal mistake of admitting she wanted a day off to go to a fucking museum. So no stripe for you. Darnell is looking at me pretty crazy like, yeah, Chief, give me the stripes. But I'm not going to give it to him because he's crazy. Grant and Flowers are still too green. Birch Jr. doesn't have a hope in hell. Literally, the day that hell freezes over, maybe I'd consider giving Birch Jr. some stripes. But that day is not today, Birch Jr., my friend. That means that the stripes is going to Ping Chin. She's been in here. She's been in since the start. I'm pretty sure she was like one of our first hires, actually. She's very professional, quite attractive. Not that that matters. I'm just pointing out that she does have a pleasant face. And she does the bizzo when it's required. Great. Shift A, let's get started. Story. God, this has been a while.
You know when a police chief really feels his power? When he hires and fires people? When he throws folks in jail? When he's bossing everyone around all morning?
I could see that.
No, there's no power there. Just bureaucratic red tape. Like directing traffic. Not that it's all bad. No, I feel it the most when people come to me with accusations.
Oh.
Accusations happen outside the law. They don't need to be rational or supported by evidence. They don't petition justice in the careful words of legal formality. No, an accusation is a personal cry, full of resentment or envy, a defeated moan, or an angry howl. The accuser rarely imagines you'll share their resentment, their envy, their hatred. No, but they do imagine that your love of power is so strong that you'll leap to decide the fates of others, happy just to take someone's word for the facts. Businessmen accuse the gangsters blame our public figures denounce politicians, the politicians point to the businessmen. When it comes to accusation, there's only one rule. Don't aim too high. If you overestimate your own importance, then complaining can cost you your life. So choose the easier
Good
path.
advice.
Exaggerate as far as you can, and try to make your plea sound as sad and pathetic as possible.
Even better advice, actually. Uh-oh.
The accusation I received today sure didn't fit the normal mold.
Oh, man. The music's going all crazy. I wonder what it is. We saw you strangling a
He'd
cat in your
taken down the
backyard.
family that had ruled Freeburg for 3 generations. Within a few weeks of his ascension, Vikas Varga had already made it clear he liked this town and he was here to stay. Anyone with an objection would die. According to the letter I'm holding, the apparent suicide of Hikaru Moto, coach of the Dragon's Lair Martial Arts Club, was actually staged by Connell O'Toole, a lieutenant of the Warg Mafia family. O'Toole, under the protection of the Wargs, organizes illegal fights where anything goes. He recruits fighters, takes bets, and even makes a showing in the ring from time to time. Once this huge Scotsman found himself in the ring with Hikaru Moto, O'Toole figured he could easily defeat the skinny Japanese man and put a lot of money on himself.
Nice.
But Hikaru Moto opened up with such punishing damage that O'Toole had to give in right away. O'Toole might have given Moto the win that night, but a few days later he showed up with a gun at the man's house and demanded his money back. Hikaru refused, but O'Toole beat him until he showed him where the winnings were hidden. O'Toole then shot Hikaru Moto in the head, scrawled out a quick suicide note, and left it next to the body with a gun. Looking at the photo of the red-headed thug, it's hard to imagine he was beaten by a fellow half his size. And why would he kill him anyway? O'Toole could have just beaten the crap out of Moto, taken the money, and walked. It's not like his victim could go to the police complaining about the theft of illegal proceeds.
Man.
There is something wrong with this story.
That seems really, really, over the top.
I'd have
for what it
figured
was.
this letter the ramblings of a retired gangster looking to spice up his life with little excitement. The way the letter started, "My dear little old cupcake," I had it in mind to toss it in the trash. But something else got my attention. They're rarely ever signed, but this one ended Robespierre. I doubt it's an imposter.
I love how
No
he
one would
says
go
it.
against the most powerful group in the city, hoping to hide behind the name of some prankster clown. Like everyone else, I had no idea who Robespierre was or what he wanted. But there was no doubt that this guy was more than a little crazy. An arrogant psychopath. Could be dangerous. Definitely worth looking into.
Oh, man. I can't wait to find out who Robespierre is. Watch it just be Christopher Sand. He was just like the whole time. He's like, "Oh, Jack, it turns out it was me the whole time, Christopher G. Sands. I was Robespierre." Do I sound like him at all? No, not really. Beethoven was a bit intense, although very good. Have we listened to this yet? Snag It by Len Barnard. I don't think we have, you know. Let's listen to it. Hopefully it'll cheer us up after that. Poor Hikaru Moyoto, or whatever his name was. Brutally. Oh, there's been a possible homicide in Chinatown. Oh, is this... Oh, no. It is, yeah. Hikaru Moto, instructor at the Dragon's Lair Martial Arts Club, was found dead in his apartment. There's a bullet hole in his temple, and next to the body was a gun and a suicide note. All right, Shero, you're up. You're going to go out there, and we know better as to what this is. Moser is, of course, not in today because his friend, I think, got in a car crash. He'll be in tomorrow, so we're going to just get somebody in with you, I guess. Just go out there by yourself for now, and we'll figure it out, for Christ's sake. All right, we paid our snitch $500 this week, which is good. And we got $2,380 from the sale of a non-automatic weapon, courtesy of the Mafia. Great. Let's share with our staff so that they don't bring charges against me. And our first live one of the day, A robbery at the Bank of Freiburg. 3 armed robbers wearing masks entered the bank and demanded the manager open the safe. Alright, well, we're definitely going to use the SWAT team for this one. Ping Chin, with your stripes, you can go out there, and why don't you take McCoy, who wanted to spend the day looking around at museums. I bet you this is not something you expected today, McCoy, but there you go. Take Grant and Flowers with you as well, and let's hope for the best. We don't want to overstretch. We want to keep a couple of guys. This fucking music is crazy. Holy shit. It's really good, though. It's nice. It's like ragtime, right? Possible homicide. So these are the frames that we have. It looks like Hikaru was talking on the phone and drinking a little bit, and the next thing you know, he's dead. But we kind of have an idea of what's happened here, so we're just gonna wait for the frames. Miss Perez, Nona Perez, the girl who found the body. I was talking with Hikaru on the phone literally an hour ago. He was kissed, inviting me over to his house when someone rang the doorbell. Hikaru went to open it and said, "See you," and hung up. When I got there, I saw a big man in a hood on the stairs. Then I opened his apartment with the key Hikaru gave me and found him in a pool of blood. The medical examiner says that the shot was made at close range. The surrounding skin is burned and there's traces of powder inside the wound. The angle of the shot is typical for suicides, but it could also be an execution. The face and body show bruising from fist blows. There was plenty of alcohol in his system and all over his robe too. Alright, a note written in capital letters with numerous errors. The skinheads beat me up on the way home from work. They hit me with their fist and shout monkeys like me can die. They beat me because I can't fight because I'm a yellow pussy. I'm tired all the hate and fear. My shit job in this shit town, I don't want to live. That's pretty clever in the spur of the moment to come up with that, the guy who wrote the suicide note. Mr. Kazuki Tamura, boss of the deceased, says, Hikaru always seemed like a cheerful man who loved his work. Unfortunately, when the Dragon's Lair Club first opened, customers were scarce, so I let the instructors teach part-time. I heard that Hikaru recently fought in some underground fights, the kind where anything goes, kind of like Fight Club, I guess. He won a decent amount of money, but he didn't like it, and he also realized that the first rule of Underground Fighting Pit is that you don't talk about Underground Fighting Pit, and was also going to start delivering pizzas to make ends meet. Man, Hikaru, holy shit. And Daisuke Nikada, neighbor of the deceased. I didn't like Moto. He liked to drink, and he made a lot of noise in the evenings. Training, he said, so I didn't pay much attention when I heard groans coming from his apartment. Maybe he had a girlfriend. Jeez. All right, Daisuke Nakada. Well, I mean, the guy's dead, so whether you liked him or not. Jesus Christ. There's been an assault at the trade union's buildings. A young woman, frightened to death, just called in from the trade union. A drunken factory worker broke into the building. The same man who yesterday visited the union, demanding a return of the money that was withheld from his salary over the past 6 years. The man is shouting and threatening to break through the service window. All right, Robbins. Take Roth with you, and make sure that he's not on the sauce when you get there, because that's going to be embarrassing. Robbins is a pretty good cop, though. Roth, on the other hand, is not a very good cop. The bank is located in the city center, where there's lots of traffic and civilians. This is at the robbery at the Bank Freiburg. Sneak up to the front window and peek inside the bank. Take up a comfortable firing position at the main exit, or block the exit to the bank with a police cruiser. I guess, what's like in the police handbook for this sort of situation? Do we take up a comfortable firing position? I think we probably do. It's better than sneaking up to the front window and peeking. And also, it's better than blocking the exit to the bank because, you know, people might need to come out and there's a police cruiser right in front. So let's go with this one and see what happens. A woman's shouts can be heard from inside the bank. Storm the building. Get on the bullhorn. Attention, you are surrounded. All right, that sounds like... I've seen a lot of movies and TV shows where this has happened, so we're going to go with this one. Oh. Ah. Woo. Oh, man. See? Watching TV does pay off. Holy shit. Great. Nobody was hurt. Everyone was caught. And the SWAT team lives to see another day. And, of course, we can use them again today, which we might need to. There's been an armed robbery as well. Oh. Okay, the situation is more serious than we thought. We're requesting some Vandal Darnell backup. Sure, head out there. There's been an armed robbery at the jewelry store as well. We've just received an alert from a jewelry store. 6 armed men wearing masks entered the premises, demanding all the cash and jewelry be placed in a large garbage bag. Whew, that's a big one. It got like 25 seconds for a bunch of people to get back and get on this one. It looks like Chin, McCoy, Grant, and Flowers, the SWAT team, and the Paddy Wagon are going to be sent to this one. And with any luck, maybe a couple more people, but it's going to be pretty tight. Look, we've got like 6 seconds left. All right, no, everybody's back now, so we can sort of pick and choose. All right, the Paddy Wagon for sure. The SWAT team for sure. 6 armed men. That's going to be crazy. All right, Pink Chin. We need your good luck here. We're going to send out McCoy again as well. We're also going to send Grant, Flowers, Roth, and you know what? I think that's probably enough. You know what? Just take Birch Jr. with you as well, for Christ's sake. All right. This is a big one. Birch Jr., you might get some man points for this. You could equally also bring the operation down, which would be terrible. So please don't bring the operation down. All right. And there's been an assault at Sophocles Theater of Drama as well. During a production of My Sweet Juliet, the Zombie, actors in the performance were buffeted by flying eggs thrown by someone from the audience. The assault was accompanied by shouts, "Shame! Necrophilia! How dare you mock such a classic!" According to the elderly theater guard, the eggs were thrown by 10 young girls, all dressed in white. All right, well, the Paddy Wagon is kind of being used right now. So we're just going to have to get Robbins, Van Dahl, and Darnell out there with police cruisers to possibly cart all of these people in. All right, this is the assault at the trade unions building. Looks like that's another good one. Darnell is shaping up past becoming a spooky serial killer to becoming a real police, which is nice. That's really good. And now there's been a fight in the Sawmill neighborhood. Let's see how this jewelry store heist pans out. Hopefully not like it does in... Oh my god. The situation is more serious than we thought. We're requesting reinforcements. We have nobody. We could send Wuggles' dead body out. Maybe we can get the hearse to pick her up and take her, just swing her around and scare people. That might work. No? We're going to have to refuse the backup and hope for the best here. Jesus, this could go pretty bad. This is the report. It looks like... Great. All right, we did not have to take Wuggles out, which is always a good thing. I mean, Wuggles' body is about as solid as a slab of concrete now due to the rigor mortis and everything. And, but she's still not officially declared dead because she's actually, turns out she's actually worth a bit of money. We might have to declare her dead like before long, though. All right, and the Paddy Wagon is coming back, and the SWAT team is out for the day now. We're not going to be able to use it again. Oh, shit. We've got a municipal assignment as well. The reception at City Hall doesn't have enough protection. The mayor urgently requests that you send more officers. I don't have any. I got Wuggles. Oh, we're going to have to refuse this straight up, which is not the best. All right, Robbins, Van Dahl, Darnell, good job. Oh, my God. Darnell is becoming real police right in front of our very eyes. Okay. And this fight at the Sawmill neighborhood, we're just waiting for basically the entire force to get back so that we can at least send a couple people out. It's going to be cutting it pretty fine, but okay, they're back. All right, a fight at the Sawmill neighborhood. Call just came in from a girl who went there with her friends to have a barbecue out by the sawmill. When the food was almost ready, a group of drunk students suddenly appeared, claiming that this was their spot. A massive fight broke out. All right, that sounds like a job for the Paddy Wagon for sure. All right, Pink Chin, you're 2 for 2 today. Take these guys with you as well, and let's hope for the best. It's a big fight, but we got a big Paddy Wagon as well. All right, Wuggles, I'm really sorry about this, but we are going to have to declare you dead now because we really need to hire somebody who can actually do police work on shift A and not just make $250 a week, which is not the best. All right, Eliza Koenig, you're up. Or are we going to get Tamai Sugiuruara or Antonio Franco? No, we're going to get Eliza. There, you're hired. Welcome aboard. Man, we're going to need... Hey, look, we can do the Vargas. Look at him just sitting there with his whole group of thugs. We can do the same stuff we used to be able to. We do crime trap, investigation trap. We can threaten people. Don't quite have enough money to do all this stuff. All right, Wuggles is now officially declared dead, so we don't need to worry about taking her out and using her to spook bad guys or whatever. There's been another armed robbery. This is the third one today. 3 armed thugs managed to rob the audience of a playhouse. Before the civilians realized what was happening, the criminals had already fled the scene. Until the last minute, everyone thought it was just all part of the show. The cloakroom attendant says that the robbers left in a yellow school bus. Do we wait for the paddy wagon to get back? Oh, it's never going to get back on time. All right, guys, you're going out without a paddy wagon, and you're going to go under the expert tutelage of Robbins, McCoy, Van Dahl, and Darnell. You're the best that we got in the current situation. Please make it happen. Please make the magic happen while you're out there. If you could, please, that would be great. And we have the report back from the fight. Looks like the paddy wagon has saved the day once again. And Roth, despite being on the sauce today, is doing pretty good. He's actually making some headway. Look at that. Good for him. Oh, shit. Now there's like an actual homicide at the gas station. Interestingly, we're not sending out anyone to investigate. And that's probably because whoever has done the homicide is in the gas station right now, holding a shotgun, waiting for us to turn up. Even late at night, finding the right bus wasn't too difficult. The criminals abandoned it less than a mile from a suburban motel. Search the woods, check the motel, search the bus. I guess the first thing we need to do is search the bus, realistically, right? The motel manager reports 3 men threatened me with a gun when I said we had no more rooms. I put them in a room we already rented, but they won't be happy when our guests return. We can try to trick the gunman. Who's in there? You're in our room. Knock on the door. Open up, police. Order all civilians to return to their rooms and lock their doors. Then begin the assault. That's what we're going to do. All right. We're going to cordon off the whole area. These guys have guns. We're going to get everybody safely back into their... do you think this place is called Crystal Palace? Like, it looks exactly like Crystal Palace, doesn't it? You know, like the place where people go and do meth and, like, partake in leisurely activities with prostitutes. Looks like it to me, but maybe not. Anyway, this is the one for us. We're doing it all by the book. We caught them, and nobody was hurt. Everybody has become much more professional as a result, including Darnell, which we never thought was going to happen. He's kind of like Animal from Police Academy, you know? Like, he's just, like, crazy as hell, but also, like, turns out kind of good at being a policeman as well. All right, the homicide at the gas station, finally. An eyewitness reports that a man drove up to the gas station, got out, then shot the guy behind the counter with an automatic rifle. And now he's just standing there quietly filling up his gas tank. This dude is crazy. All right, well, sadly, we do not have the SWAT team, but we have something even better, which is Pink Chin, Grant, Flowers, Roth on the sauce. And you know what? Birch Jr. can go out as well. He can stand in the shadow of giants and, you know, breathe in the vapors or whatever and get better. All right, this is the possible homicide of Hikaru Matoto or whatever his name was. It looks like we got 3 new frames, which is pretty good. This is not correct. I guess... I wonder, actually. So we got the note from Robespierre, right? Saying that this is what we could do. So here he is. He's on the phone. He's having his pizza. The pizza delivery man turns up, and then he shoots himself. But actually, we know better what's happened, right? We know that the guy came up, beat him up, stole the money, then killed him, and then did the suicide note. But this makes it look like the pizza man turned up, delivered the pizza. He was just doing, Hikaru was just doing some more drinking and eating the pizza, thinking about how shitty his job is here, feeling like a bit of a pussy for getting beat up on the way home as well, even though he's not, like, clearly doesn't look like he's been assaulted. And then he's thinking about ending it all because he hates this shit town. And then here, he's going to write a suicide note and kill himself, and then ending here. So, like, maybe like that. But these are wrong anyway, and we know that. All right. How are we looking for the other one? Yeah, we need to assign somebody. We need to assign somebody to this one as well. We don't want the details. We want to see who the detectives are, and we would like to get Johnson to work with Cheryl on this one, okay? So, I don't know if this is a good thing, actually. Maybe it's good to have, like, one dude from Shift A and then one dude from Shift B working. So they're sort of working on it together, but they're working in different shifts. So it means that every day you could possibly get new frames, right? I don't know how that's going to work in this case. We've got 9 frames for this theft already. But Moser is really bad and also just didn't come to work today. So there's that as well. All right. Let's see how we fare here. Oh, my God. What the fuck? What in the fuck? Oh, shit. Jonathan Roth was killed in a car accident. According to preliminary reports, it appears he was drunk. Oh, for shit's sake! Jeez! He's dead! Now he's just totally dead! Great! Can we still claim his salary? No, he's just gone. That's it. He's been declared dead. Straight up. He was on his way to that call, and he died in a car accident because he was drunk. That is terrible. Alright, what's this homicide report? It looks like even without Roth, we managed to do it, but... Oh, and we got the automatic weapon as well. And, crucially, Birch Jr. is now up to 70 man points, which is kind of crazy, actually. Alright, let's get the Mafia to sell this. And it looks like Detective Moser is calling in from his day off saying, by the way, Chief, I don't have any new leads on this investigation. Yeah, thanks, Moser. We know that it's your day off, for fuck's sake. Jesus. What a friggin' guy. Holy crap. Alright, we're good to end the day. Oh, man. We need to do some paperwork for this dead employee. Alright, you know what? Roth, we're just going to declare you dead straight up because we're going to need to hire somebody else to come in because it's hotting up now. I don't know if you've noticed, but man, we're like constantly balancing and teetering on the brink of destruction every minute that passes in this game. And we can't afford to have Roth and Wuggles' dead bodies occupying slots for other people to come in and work their way up the ranks. Much like Birch Jr. has done from the very beginning. Watch Birch Jr. turn into some fucking powerhouse. Like, he's been around since the beginning. He's been shit. We've got him to do all the crappy mafia jobs, and then all of a sudden, he's got like 600 professionalism, 10 stripes, and he gets married to Pink Chin, and they live happily ever after as husband and wife, as police officers as well. And they can be like on that movie, you know, with the police officers when they do like really funny police officer things, like... They find a dead like bug on the floor, and they're like, "Yeah, we've got a 180 on our hands here. Call in reinforcements." They use like all the officer speak to each other and stuff. That'd be pretty funny, but at the same time, kind of depressing and pretty sad too. So there is that. Great. All right. Well, we've made it to the end of day 29. We had some story, which was nice as well. Hikaru Miyamoto or whatever his name is, who is something to do with Robespierre, and it looks like the Robespierre is sort of snitching on the Vargas for some reason as well. So that's interesting, and we'll have to keep up with that and see what happens. As usual, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.